Okay, if you're a creator, an expert, or you're building a brand, you live and breathe content, right? But here's the thing. In this new world of AI search, there's a massive problem that most people are just completely missing. Your content, all that hard work, it might be totally invisible. So we're going to dive into why that is and, way more importantly, how you can fix it. Think about it. You are putting in the hours, you're sharing your knowledge on social media every single day. But here's the question that should honestly keep you up at night. When someone asks ChatGPT or Google's AI for an answer in your niche, is your expertise even in the running? For most people, the answer is a shocking no. So to really get why this is happening, we first have to wrap our heads around a new reality. The way we all find information online is going through the biggest change in, decades. And these new AI models, well, they're the new gatekeepers. For years and years, the name of the game was SEO, right? Getting your website to the top of those 10 blue links on Google. That's changing, and it's changing fast. People now get answers directly from AI, which means getting cited by the AI, that's the new ranking. If you're not a source for the answer, you basically don't exist. In these are the new players you've got to know. Tools like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google's own Search Generative Experience, or SGE. They're becoming the starting point for pretty much everything. They don't just give you links, they synthesize information from all over the web and present one single, authoritative answer. Which brings us right to the heart of the problem. If these AI platforms are combing through the web for the best answers, why in the world aren't they finding all the brilliant stuff that you're creating? Here's the key thing to understand. These AIs don't just randomly grab text from anywhere. No way. They are specifically designed to pull from sources they can actually verify, index, and trust. That means content that's stable, public, and has some structure to it. And this is the test that, let's be honest, most social media content just flat out fails. This chart just lays it out so perfectly. On one side, you've got your typical social media posts. They're often not even indexable by Google. A lot of them are hidden behind login walls, and they're gone in a flash, right? But on the other side, you have the sources AI actually trusts, and they are the exact opposite. Public blog posts and articles that are a permanent, evergreen resource. And the result of all this, it means that your valuable insights, all your best tips, your hard-won expertise, if it only lives on places like Instagram or Facebook, it's essentially trapped. It's stuck in a content graveyard where these new AI search engines will never, ever find them. Okay, so that's the problem, and it's a big one. But the good news is there is a crystal clear way to make your content visible to AI. There's a secret to getting cited. And you know what? It's probably simpler than you think. Let's just ask the question straight up. If it's not our everyday social media posts, then what is it? What's the one format that AI platforms consistently look for, trust, reference, and use as a source for the answers they give? It is the humble but incredibly powerful blog post. And here's exactly why it works so well. First, search visibility. Blogs are built from the ground up to be indexed by Google, which is the primary library for these AI models. Second, they have structured content. Simple things like headings and FAQs make the information super easy for an AI to read and understand. And finally, a permanent presence. Unlike a story that vanishes in 24 hours, a blog post is an evergreen asset that can be cited for years to come. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Great, but I don't have the time or the energy to build and manage a whole separate website and blog. And you know what? That's fair. This is exactly where a platform designed to solve this very problem, like YuSocial, can be a total game changer. The whole idea is that YuSocial integrates a really powerful blogging feature right into its social platform. What that means for you is you get all the amazing benefits of citable, long-form content without having to worry about web hosting or plugins or any of that technical headache. So how does it actually work? Well, every single article you publish on YuSocial gets its own unique SEO-friendly permalink. That instantly makes it a permanent, citable thing on the internet. And crucially, that link makes sure your content gets indexed by Google, which makes it visible to AI. And here's a cool bonus. The built-in community engagement on the platform, likes, tips, discussions, that all sends signals to search engines that your content is valuable, boosting its authority even more. So, the path to getting seen becomes incredibly simple. 1, you publish your article on YuSocial. 2, it automatically generates that permanent SEO-friendly link. 3, Google then indexes that link, making your article discoverable. And 4, AI platforms can now find and cite your work. It's a direct line from your brain to the world's new search engines.
All right, so if you're ready to start creating content that actually gets seen by AI, what does a citable article even look like? Let's break down the practical steps.
Here is your cheat sheet for success. First, write in-depth, keyword-rich stuff. Don't be afraid to go deep on your topic. Use clear headings to structure your thoughts. You want to directly answer those common what, why, and how questions. That's exactly what AI is looking for. A pro tip is to always include an FAQ section at the end. And finally, use your other social channels for what they're great at, driving traffic to your permanent, citable YuSocial article.
At the end of the day, this is really the question you need to be asking yourself. As AI becomes the default way people get information, being invisible just isn't an option. The choice you make today about where you publish your most important knowledge will literally determine whether you're part of the future of search or if you get left behind. So the big takeaway is this: stop letting your expertise get lost in those content graveyards. To be seen in the age of AI, your knowledge has to be permanent, it has to be structured, and it has to be citable. The most direct way to make that happen is to start publishing on a platform that's built for it. So go check out YuSocial, start your blog today, and position yourself as the authority that AI platforms simply cannot ignore.